We did not lose a president. We lost a great human being, and really, in many quiet ways that a lot of people didn't know about her. She did a lot of unusual things that were beneficial. Dan George, one of our players, came down with cancer, and when I informed her about his sickness, she said, "I want to know and I want to stay on top of it week by week." I didn't know at that time JoAnne herself was beginning to get sick, but she never let on. That's the profile of the woman that we have as our president. She never really dwelled on her own pain, but she looked out and reached out to others, and she stayed on top of Danny the entire time until, thank God, he was cured and was involved with us throughout, from emails and questions. And I have to say, as our whole university, from professors from Larry Jeske to several others, that really reached out to that young man. But JoAnne was that type of a person. Our body and soul was Seton Hill, and she ran it in a kind fashion. She ran it in a way where there was a lot of dignity, and it wasn't corporate stuff where you were easily dismissed and not thought of. Everything here, to me, reminds me of JoAnne Boyle, because she had her fingerprints on everything that we are about and involved in them. She was a dear friend, as her husband Art is, and it was a very severe loss for all of us. She gave me an opportunity to develop a bunch of young people with a great Catholic spirit, and she was the embodiment of what success is. A kind woman who is really a Christian woman who we'll miss greatly.
I've known Dr. Boyle since I've been here for a total of 27 years. She was an innovator here at Seton Hill, and she meant a lot to the athletic programs here at Seton Hill, as well as the academic programs. The strides she made for this university are unparalleled. I enjoyed talking to her. I think she was a great woman. I think she stretches farther than just Seton Hill, this whole entire area, Western Pennsylvania area, the things she did and has done for them. So she's going to be sorely missed.
Seton Hill University lost an amazing woman and a great leader with the passing of JoAnne Boyle. Her efforts in athletics will be everlasting. You can see those on the court, on the field, throughout the days. Just a couple of stories that I like to share that I remember of her. First one being back in 2008 when we were in the NCAA football playoffs. And after the game, just her coming across the field, a field that was just caked in mud. Didn't matter to her. She came across to meet the coaches, to meet the players, walked across maybe 2-3 inches of mud just to celebrate with the team. That's one thing I'll always remember about her. Her love of athletics and the love of her athletes and all students in general. Just one other special memory I had, the interview when I met with her before taking the job here. Came in, sat down, on the corner of her desk was a Pokey Reese bobblehead. We ended up talking about Pokey Reese and the Pirates, and 45 minutes later we had still continued talking about the Pirates, never talked about Seton Hill, never talked about the sports information job, nothing along those lines, just talking about the Pirates. That's the type of woman she was, caring, loving. She will be really missed here at Seton Hill. I also like to give my condolences to the Boyle family.
I was hired by President Boyle and Athletic Director Chris Snyder last October. In my short time here at the university, it was evident the progress that she made towards her goal and the visions that she had for the university. I really think the university is going to live up to those standards that she set and the mindset that she put into Seton Hill University. At the time, some of her decisions were clearly hard decisions for the university, but she had a vision of where she wanted to go, and I think today it lives on and it's going to live on for years to come. She surely will be missed throughout the university, and our condolences go out to her family. We thank President Boyle for all that she did for this university, and we can only hope to live up to the character and the leadership that she presented at Seton Hill.
My heart and blessings go out to Dr. Boyle's family. Certainly my time here has been short, but she's made an incredible impact on me in just one conversation. When I came from my interview, just sitting down and talking to her a little bit about what she was able to do here and where she was able to get to university, as well as just kind of her vision of Seton Hill football and the PSAC certainly got me to be excited about the opportunity. And I think that in listening this week to the stories that I've heard about her throughout these halls, certainly a special woman that's dearly going to be missed. And one of the regrets certainly I'm going to have about my time at Seton Hill is not having an opportunity to work for her, and certainly having her here in person to be able to see me build a program and reach that bar that she set very, very high in that interview. So I'm excited to be here, and I know it's a celebration for Dr. Boyle, and certainly we're looking forward to moving forward and hopefully being able to build on a legacy that she's left here, and that will forever be remembered. So God bless.
Seton Hill lost an amazing woman this past weekend with the passing of our former president, Dr. JoAnne Boyle. With over 50 years of experience at the university, an impact that will be felt for many, many years to come with all of her contributions. In terms of athletics, JoAnne showed great leadership and great vision. Under her leadership, the athletic department really began to take off and flourish. She essentially transformed the athletic department from almost a recreational women's athletic program to a full co-ed NCAA Division II athletic program, and took a big risk doing that. Under her guidance, we established men's baseball, men's basketball, men's cross country, football, men's and women's lacrosse, field hockey, men's and women's track and field, wrestling, just to name a few sports that happened under her watch. She was a dynamic leader, a true inspiration, a fan of all the Griffin athletic teams, and a very personal person, cared deeply about the athletes, cared about the athletes' success on and off the field. Personally, she was a great woman to work for. I had the privilege of working for almost 10 years. She hired me back in 2004 to start the football program and serve as athletic director, and she was behind that, certainly took a risk bringing football to a former all-women's college, and it was a fun experience, the education of the culture here at Seton Hill to bring in the male athletes. So, she would be deeply missed on a personal level for me, and even more so on a universal level with all those that she touched here at the university. But thoughts and prayers are with her family and all of her friends and colleagues here at the university. But we will move forward, and as our motto is, hazard yet forward, we will do that and hopefully continue to grow and prosper as JoAnne would want us to do.
I'd just like to wish the JoAnne Boyle family my sincere condolences on the passing of your mother, Dr. Boyle. I was lucky enough to be brought into Seton Hill from Dr. Boyle about 12 years ago as the women's cross-country coach here at Seton Hill. And I've seen her vision of athletics over the 12 years from being an all-women's college with our women's cross-country program into our men's cross-country program and our men and women's track and field program. Her support for our programs was by far what kept me going day in and day out when we first started with no track facility, and being a new kid on the block here, being one of the first coaches that came in with the co-ed expansion to athletics here at Seton Hill. I couldn't be more proud of my time here working under JoAnne Boyle in our athletic department. We are truly going to miss one great leader here at Seton Hill University. Her vision and her enthusiasm for athletics, it was by far one of the best things I've seen in the world of athletics for a university that hasn't seen that type of atmosphere in sporting events over the years. We're truly going to miss JoAnne, and again, my condolences to her and her family.
I was hired here in January of 2003, and when I became a baseball coach, I had a lot of reservations about whether we could actually get a baseball program off the ground. There wasn't much here. When I was first hired, I had some meetings with President Boyle, and she assured me of her excitement about starting a baseball program, and also her long-term vision of having success in athletics, and in particular the baseball program. So as we made it through our first couple of years without a field, without a weight room, and some other things, it took me a while, but eventually I understood her long-term vision and really came to appreciate her faith that she had in the long-term success of the athletic programs here. We certainly would not have enjoyed even close to the amount of success that we did without her continuous support on a day in and day out basis. She's been the driving force behind the financial support, the support through the development of the facilities, and ultimately sharing the same goal as us as coaches, and that's to provide a great experience for our student athletes here. She's been an inspiration to me personally in a lot of different ways. When I look back at what she achieved here at Seton Hill over the past 50 years, it makes me very humbled, and I really strive to have even just a small percentage of the impact that she made on all of the students here at Seton Hill. It's been a privilege to work here at Seton Hill under her leadership. A tremendous opportunity she gave me personally to come in here and start a baseball program from scratch. But we wouldn't be where we are today as a baseball program, nor as an athletic department or a university, without her long-term vision, without her passion, and without the support. She took a big chance on athletics and on me personally and our baseball program. I will be forever grateful to her for that, and I appreciate everything that she's done for our players, our coaches, and our athletic department. And finally, it was a very moving and a very fitting atmosphere yesterday to see JoAnne Boyle make her final climb up the driveway here at Seton Hill, flanked by hundreds and hundreds of athletes and students and faculty. I couldn't imagine a more fitting ending to her last few days here at Seton Hill.
I never had the pleasure to meet Dr. Boyle in my 4 short months here at Seton Hill University, but as the son of an alum of Seton Hill College, it's someone that I was always made aware of and knew about the things that she's done. And after seeing the way that the campus community reacted over the few days earlier this week, I feel like I really know who her spirit is and who she would want this university to be. The outpouring of caring from the people here and the stories that they told and the way that this campus has carried itself during a difficult time, I would think speaks to the vision that she had of this place. And I'm humbled to be a part of a community like that, and I'm grateful for the opportunity that I have to be here. And certainly our team and us as coaches want to try to carry her legacy on and the legacy of the university on a daily basis.